Coach, welcome to another live stream here with me, Sade Johnson. I'm so excited to be back going live. In case you missed it, I took a break last week because I had hosted my 5 day, or not 5 day, my 4 day challenge called the Back End Blueprint the previous week and like into that week. And so I was just like, yeah, I cannot go live again. I just went live like 10 days in a row. So I took a little break, but I am back here today. Super excited to just have a little chat with you all, my favorite people in the world, coaches. And I thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about how you can plan a super profitable Q3 or Q3, since we are about to be in July in like a matter of days. Isn't that crazy? So I just made myself some hot chocolate. It's like all the way to the top in my little cup that I got from one of my best friends that says Boss Lady. She's so sweet. Um, when she found out I had a business, a while ago, I was like trying to grow my business, she's like, "Oh, I'm sending you something." And I'm like, my love language is gifts. So she knows me so well. So I'm super excited to be drinking out of this mug tonight. But I'm trying not to drink coffee lately. So that's why I got hot chocolate, even though it's like summer. But I was like, I need something sweet and comforting in my life right now. And I don't want to do caffeine at, 6 o'clock at night. So let's go ahead and chat a little bit. If you are watching live, then definitely let me know where you are watching from. I love to know where in the world you are. And if you're watching the replay, then just hashtag replay in the comment areas. And if you have any questions, you can put those down in the comments as well. And I always go back and read everything. So, I have my 3 notes, my 3 steps, 3 ways that you can plan a profitable Q3. This was inspired actually this morning because I had a coaching call with my coach slash mentor that I've been working with for a while and who I love. And we actually ended up planning my Q3. And so I was like, you know what? Even though I talk a lot about tech stuff, my other passion is talking about entrepreneur type stuff. So definitely going to start bringing in that kind of topic to my content just because it's just something I could talk about all day. And obviously planning your business goals and all that is a big part of being an entrepreneur. So you can definitely look for that in my content. And let me know if there's any topics you want me to cover because I'm willing to cover it all. I love talking about this stuff. So anyway, we had planned out my Q3. And so I thought, okay, my coaches are entrepreneurs. They would love this. Let's talk about it. So the first way that you can plan for a profitable next quarter is to reflect on the previous quarter. So important. I used to not really take the time to do this because I'm just like go go go. I just need to just get to the next thing. But it's so important that you actually take the time to reflect on what went well and maybe what challenges you may have had in the past quarter. And most importantly, what do you want to change going into the new quarter? So I like to journal personally. I try to journal most mornings. I mean, it doesn't happen every morning. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Some weeks are better than others, but I've gotten into journaling because it's really like it's a release for me. And so I actually sometimes I do it in the morning, sometimes I do it at night. In this case today, I'm actually going to do it tonight because I was really busy this morning with, calls. But reflect on your past quarter. That's the first step, I think. And if you are sitting here thinking, I don't even know what I did this past quarter, then that is a flag that you need to get better at auditing your time. And that's me talking to myself. Because sometimes the time just passes by and you're just like, what did I even do to grow my business this week, let alone this quarter, So that's another reason why I like to journal, because at least I can kind of go back and be like, oh, okay, well, on that day I did do this. And, I did actually make something happen that week, So that is one way, is to go ahead and reflect on this past quarter, to ask yourself what went well in your business. What challenges did you run into? And then what do you want to change going into this third quarter of the year? And if you're just hopping on, definitely say hi in the comments, because I love to know that you're here and you're present with me, and let me know where you're watching from. And so let's see. The second way that you can plan for your next quarter is to set a maximum of 3 priorities for the entire quarter. It can just be one. That's actually probably even better. But maximum of 3. One thing I have really, I don't even want to say struggled with, but one thing I found challenging, especially as an entrepreneur, is learning how to focus on just one thing. And even though I feel like I've come so far with getting better with that, sometimes I can still feel it creep back in, where it's like you get that shiny object syndrome, like, oh, well, I see this product I want to buy, this course I want to enroll in, I want to work with that coach. And it's just like, okay, let's focus on what you started and work on completing something before you move on and hop on to the next thing. So I'm definitely getting a lot better at that. And so what you want to do is set a maximum of 3 priorities. And an easy way you can divide those is, 1, definitely set a revenue goal. A revenue goal is so important because you have a business, and if you aren't making sales, then it's just a very expensive hobby. Okay. I have learned that the hard way. If you are not focusing on actually actively selling in your business daily, yes, daily, you have a very expensive, time consuming hobby. Okay. This is me talking to Sha-day as well as to you. You have to focus on selling. Okay. Now, if you need to learn how to sell, there are resources available for you. I am personally not a sales coach, although I do know just about selling, because I do sell and I have been successful at selling, and I'm still learning. So, I try. And I'm just realizing I didn't actually introduce myself at the beginning of this live. I just kind of started talking and got into it. But in case we're meeting for the first time, I am Sha-day Johnson, and I am a tech strategist and YouTuber for coaches. I teach you how to streamline and automate your coaching business by teaching you how to use my favorite tech tools. And so one of my favorite tools is Paperbell, which is why I created this group, the Facebook group, the Paperbell Society, which you may be watching this in right now, because I'm live in a few places right now. But that's one of my favorite tools. I have other favorite tools, which I'm going to actually talk about one in a second. But the main one is Paperbell. And if you want your free trial of Paperbell up to 1 client, you can use my affiliate link, shadayjohnson.com/Paperbell. So that's who I am. And so getting back into setting your 3 priorities, like I said, the first one you want to set is a revenue goal. It's super important to be making sales, actively, making connections, making yourself super visible to your ideal clients. So that can look like joining Facebook groups and actually posting in those groups, engaging in those groups where your ideal clients hang out. That could look like being on Instagram and actually interacting with the profiles of your ideal clients. That can look like starting conversations in Facebook groups and then moving it over to the DMs and eventually inviting someone to a sales call with you. What else can that look like? That can look like going live, like I do, going live at least once a week, maybe more, depending on, what your time allows. And providing some value to your audience. And then at the end, making sure you end it with, hey, if you're interested in working with me, book a call at this link. It can look like making content, making YouTube videos, making Instagram reels, making TikToks, and with that content, making sure you're always selling. Yes, you're providing value, but you're also inviting people to actually work with you. So I'll get off my soapbox now, but one priority you need to have is a revenue goal for the quarter. Oh, and I see some comments that have come up. Oh, hey, it's Michelle. I'm so happy to see you. Michelle is awesome. Oh, and you said you look amazing, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate that. So revenue goal. That's one priority that you should set. Another priority that you can set for the quarter is a personal goal. If you have any, maybe everything is like all about your business right now, which is totally fine. But if you have a personal goal, you can definitely set that one as well. My personal goal is I have been on a little bit of I shouldn't even say a little bit. Let me not downplay it. I have been on a weight loss journey as of June, the beginning of June. I am down some pounds. I'm very excited about that. And so this quarter, I just want to continue with that. Like it's for once, I don't have to like start. It's like, oh, I've already started. I just want to continue this quarter with my workout routine, with my eating better, all of that. Just for one, because I want to lose weight, but also because it just makes me feel so much better. Like the endorphins thing, the brain fog thing, like all of that is true. It's like when you actually get yourself up, moving your body more, you just feel so much better. I'm not a health expert by any means, so don't I'm just sharing my personal thing. Oh, Michelle, you said I can tell, or I assume this is Michelle. Thank you. Okay, awesome. I'd love to hear that. I am trying. Okay, it is like I'm like committed. All right, this is a lifestyle change. I'm not gonna fall off this time, so I'm excited about it. Let's see. Okay. And so the third priority that you can set, if you're actually setting, 3 priorities for this quarter, is set a project that you want to complete in your business. So, for example, a project for a coaching business could be creating a new coaching program. If you are brand new and haven't created one yet, then you can make that your project to create it and start actually promoting it. Another project could be setting up a launch for your coaching business. So a launch isn't necessarily, I used to always think when people said launch, that meant like the first time that they were announcing something, which yes, it does mean that, but it also just means that you are like in an active selling period. So for example, launches can look like challenges that people host because they'll do, like I just hosted my back in blueprint 4-day challenge, and I provided a ton of information for free, but then at the end obviously I have to sell something because I have a business, I show up for a reason. So I promoted my course Power Up with Paperbell as the end thing, or whatever you want to call it. It was a launch because I was actively selling it for that, I don't know, like 10 to 12 day period, because then there was also like a promotion with it. A launch can look like hosting a webinar. That's actually what I'm going to be doing in July, so look for that soon. Oh yeah, so I was going to say, when I consider launches, like I said, I always thought it's just, when you launch something for the first time, it's the first time anybody's hearing about it. But really, a launch is something you should be doing repeatedly in your business, in order to, for one, grow your audience, because usually when you're launching, you're like promoting like a specific event, whether it be the challenge or a webinar or some sort of training or a workshop, or maybe it's a flash sale. So it's going to grow your audience. It's going to expand your brand, because you're going to be asking people like, oh, share this, and all that. And then it's going to result in sales. And then if it doesn't result in sales, which that's happened to me before, that just means you just need to pivot, tweak what didn't work, and try it again. Because as we know, as an entrepreneur, we're kind of crazy and we never give up. We never give up. We know, okay, I have this business idea. It's going to work. It may not work the first time you put it out there, but it is going to work eventually. And so we are resourceful, we are coachable, we are scrappy, and we know how to hustle. And so we're going to pivot where pivots need to be taken, and you're not going to give up, right? So let's recap. The second way to plan your profitable third quarter is to set a maximum of 3 priorities for the quarter. And those priorities can be revenue related. So, how much money do you want to make for the quarter? It could be a personal goal that you want to accomplish, and or a project that you want to complete in your business. All right. Let's see. Michelle says, yes, your skin looks good. Thank you. I'm wearing a little makeup, so I'm not gonna lie about that, but thank you. Your eyes are good too, and your energy. I'm a professional nurse. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right, Michelle, the menopause coach. I love it. Well, thank you. You know, my eyes, it's one of my insecurities, if you can believe that. Not that I have any, just kidding. But I do notice, or have noticed since I gained weight, that like my eyes got like puffy and just not the best looking. So I've been drinking like a ton more water, and eating better. So I think that's helped. So thank you. I appreciate you noticing that. Yay. So the last way that you can plan, this is the third way that you can plan for your profitable third quarter, is to organize your tasks in a project manager. So basically, this took me a while to get a hang of too, because I was like, um, I was very into like just writing the to-do list and then never actually completing anything on the to-do list. But then I was also into trying to just do too much. And then it kind of goes back to setting the maximum 3 priorities, and um, and even more so making sales a priority as a business owner. Especially, a few years ago in the beginning, I wasn't making sales a priority. So I'm sharing this because I assume you might be in the same boat. And so I want to just share my experience. When you are starting your business, you tend to like think that other things in the business are more important. Like, I need to create a website, or I need to create 16 reels, you know, or I need to make a logo. I have to have a perfect logo before I could sell anything. And it's like, okay, yes, creating content is important. Yes, a logo is cool. Yes, maybe even a website is cool, but it is not as important as focusing on making sales. So, um, now I know that it is super important to make sales a priority. And the way that you do that is by doing daily money making activities. And so once you have your money making activities set, you want to add it to your project manager. So that way you can go in every day and literally check off, okay, did I talk to 5 new people today? Did I go live today and show up for my audience and actually, pitch a sales call? Did I actually post in a Facebook group filled with my ideal clients, talking about what I offer, or just providing value so that it's building, brand awareness? Um, did I already said go live? Let's see. Did I reach out to a potential collaborator to go live with them, to be introduced to their audience, and to, grow my email list by offering a freebie? There's so many different money making activities that you can do. And a way to stay organized with that is to put it into a project manager. So a project manager that I love is called Asana. But you can use any one that you want. Back in the day, I started out with Trello. I love Trello so much. I still love it, and I kind of miss it some days. But I had to move over to Asana because with Trello, they offer one board view. Well, you can like add the point is they offer one view of your task, which is like those columns that you've probably seen before. And it's called like Kanban, Kanban view. Kanban, I'm not sure how to say that, but that's super helpful. However, if you go over to Asana offers that board view as well, but then they also offer a list view as well as a calendar view. And that's my favorite one. So it's like you can see your tasks organized either in a list, on a board, or actually in boxes of a calendar. You can just like drag and drop. And it's just, I love it so much. So basically, it was like Trello on steroids. So that's why I loved it so much. And so that's why I use it still every day to this day. So my suggestion to you is this coming quarter, commit to getting organized, pick a project manager, add your money making activities that you're going to do every day, and literally go in there every day and check them off. I use it for my money making activities, but as well as things I have going on in my life. I have it open right here. So I put, laundry, I put pay bills. I'm helping my grandma with something right now. So that's on there. I'm working on a YouTube video. So write the script for that. Working on, let's see, what else can I share? I have a mastermind meeting that I'm doing tomorrow. So I got to prep my notes for that tonight to make sure I'm just like prepared for that meeting. I have something I want to record for my course, like an updated lesson. So I'm going to work on doing that tonight. So it's just like every little thing I have in there. And it's so helpful because then it gets out of here. It gets out of my brain. And okay, the light is bugging me. Gets out of my brain so that I don't feel like I'm constantly forgetting something. So it's just in there. And now it's kind of gotten to the point where it's like, if it's not in Asana, it's just not going to get done. Because I literally forget about it. I allow my brain to focus on more, what's it called? I just allow myself to focus more mental energy on like whatever I'm doing in the moment versus keeping all the things rattling in there, if that makes sense. So that is my tip for you. I do actually have an Asana video, YouTube video coming out next week that I am preparing. I think I had asked the question in the group a while ago. And by a while, I mean like a month ago. I think it was some sort of a Asana post, and people said, "Oh yeah, you should do an Asana video and teach us, all about it." So I was like, "Okay, ask and you shall receive." And so since I was working on my challenge, I was like, "Okay, well, can't do anything about that right now." But I was like, after the challenge, I'm going to create the video and I'm going to put it out. So that is what I'm going to be doing. Starting next week, I'm going to be actually focusing on YouTube. That is one of my priorities for the quarter, is to actually start posting on YouTube weekly again. So I'm trying to move things around in my schedule so I actually have time to record and write the script and edit. That's a big part, is the editing, which I eventually want to outsource, but that's a conversation for another day. The point is, I'm focusing on YouTube this quarter. So be sure to subscribe to me if you're not subscribed already. YouTube.com/sha-day Johnson04 is my link, or you can just search Sha-day Johnson on YouTube and I'll come right on up. So let's recap. Let's see. The 3 ways that you can plan for a profitable third quarter, which is coming up this Saturday, is 1, make sure you reflect on the past quarter first. You want to evaluate what went well. Did you have any challenges, and what do you want to change moving into this next quarter? 2 is you want to set a maximum of 3 priorities for the quarter. We talked about how one can be a revenue goal, another one can be a personal goal, and another one can be a project that you want to complete. Or they can all be, you can just have one. That might actually even be better. If you just narrow down and say, this is my top priority, this is what I'm going to focus on every single day, great. And then the third way is to organize your daily tasks in Asana or some type of project manager, whether it be Trello, Asana, there's ClickUp, there's Notion, there's so many out there, but the one I personally use is Asana. And in the past, I've used Trello. So if you have any questions about this kind of thing, let me know in the comments. And like I said in the beginning, in case you missed it, I love talking about this type of entrepreneurial stuff. So even though I do talk a lot about tech and, the behind the scenes tech for your business, how to streamline your business, how to automate your business, obviously Paperbell, I'm going to start throwing in these entrepreneurial topics as well. So in the comments, let me know, give me a yes, 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 if you like this kind of thing, because I show up for you. I don't show up just for me. I mean, I like talking, but if you're not liking it, then it's like, what's the point? So give me a yes in the comments. If you're watching the replay, you can type yes still, because I will go back and read the comments and it'll be super helpful to me. And let me know if you want me to cover any other type of entrepreneurial topics. I would love that. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you're in the group, the Facebook group, the Paperbell Society, hello. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're watching this not in the Paperbell Society, then you definitely need to join. You can search the Paperbell Society in Facebook and it should come right on up. Actually, I also think I set up a link for it. Yeah, if you go to shadayjohnson.com/group, then it'll also take you directly to the group. So anyway, so good to be back live streaming. I go live typically every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And so I will see you next week. Bye.